Well, finding a rat in your kitchen would probably sound like a nightmare for most of us, am I right? However, Linguini is just a terrible cook, so he more than welcomes Remy the rat's extraordinary cooking skills, and they soon build a special friendship. Fun fact, many of the recipes that we see in this movie are in fact traditional French dishes, just like the one that we see Remy cooking here, which is in fact potato and leek soup. So much so that the scene that we just watched inspired many popular chefs to actually try to recreate this dish, like this one that has over 13 million views. So here's what we're going to do today. First off, you are going to watch the scene with subtitles and see how much you can understand. If you get a little bit lost, no big deal, because we are going to teach you all the most important vocabulary, cultural context, connected speech, grammar, and more, so that finally, in the last part, you can test your English by watching again without subtitles, and you're going to see how much your comprehension has improved, all right? And we don't want you to miss a single new lesson with your favorite Disney movies, your favorite series, and so much more, because every single week we help you to understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without misled jokes, and without subtitles. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and the bell down below and join our community of millions of learners who have found the most fun way to learn English. Aw, yeah.
The soap! Where is the soap? Out of my way! You big garbage boy! You are cooking! How dare you cook in my kitchen? Where do you get the gall to even attempt something so monumentally idiotic? I should have you drawn and quartered. I'll do it. I think the law is on my side. Larousse, go and quarter this man. After you put him in the duck press to squeeze the fat out of his head.
Oh, no.
What are you blathering about?
The soup.
Stop that soup! No!
After customers enjoy the soup which Remy prepared, Chef Skinner instructs Linguini to prepare it again. Let's see what happens.
She likes the soup.
You are either very lucky or very unlucky. You will make the soup again, and this time I'll be paying attention. Very close attention. They think you might be a cook, but you know what I think, Linguini? I think you are a sneaky, overreaching little... Rat!
Get the rat! Shut him
Linguini,
down!
get something to tell
Getting away! Get it! What should I do now?
Kill it!
Now?
No, not in the kitchen. Are you mad? Do you know what would happen to us if anyone knew we had a rat in our kitchen? They'd close us down. Our reputation is hanging by a thread as it is. Take it away from here. Far away. Kill it. Dispose of it. Go! The soap! Where is the soap? Out of my way! You big garbage boy!
When Chef Skinner calls Linguini garbage boy, he's insulting him. This is because Linguini is a dishwasher, which is a person who is responsible for washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen area, and taking out the garbage. Can you guess which of these words also means garbage? Rubbish, trash, waste. In fact, all three of them. Check out this example.
Sorry you went through the trouble. I would have told you to chuck it.
Well, if you don't want it, throw it in the rubbish.
Rachel, you just put an empty carton back in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, I know, but the garbage was full.
Have you ever taken out the trash?
This street is the first street in the city to have an underground sewer system. Before that, sewage and waste would just flow right down the street.
You are cooking!
As you probably know, questions in English normally have the auxiliary verb preceding the subject. So, do you know why the chef said, "you are cooking," and not, "are you cooking"? Both phrases are actually acceptable, but they have different applications. Are you cooking is a question that asks if someone is currently cooking or planning to cook in the near future. For example, if you walk into a kitchen and you see someone standing in front of the stove, you could ask, Are you cooking? To make sure you understand what they are doing. You are cooking can be used, like in this case, to express surprise. For example, if you see someone who you didn't expect to be cooking, you could say, "You are cooking?"
You are cooking? How dare you cook in my kitchen? Where do you get the gall to even attempt something so monumentally idiotic?
In this situation, we use the phrase "the gall" to describe someone's excess confidence in doing something that is inappropriate or disrespectful. We mean that the person is acting with a complete lack of shame or consideration for others. For example, she had the gall to ask for a raise after coming in late to work every day. We also use the expression, "Where do you get the gall?" as a rhetorical question to express disbelief or disapproval of someone's behavior or actions. By the way, a rhetorical question is one we ask without expecting an answer. In the previous example, her boss's response to this might be, "Where do you get the gall to ask for a raise?"
Where do you get the gall to even attempt something so monumentally idiotic?
If something is described as monumental, it means that it is very large, significant, impressive, or important. So here, Chef Skinner is once again insulting Linguini by basically saying that for him to cook would be very or significantly idiotic. Check out this other example from The Simpsons.
To all the male participants, your monumental incompetence has sullied and cheapened space forever.
I should have you drawn and quartered. I'll do it. I think the law is on my side.
Chef Skinner is using these expressions hyperbolically, in an exaggerated way. Drawing and quartering refers to a cruel form of executing people from medieval times. More literally speaking, to draw in this case means to pull or drag, like a horse-drawn carriage. To quarter means to cut something in 4 pieces.
I think the law is on my side.
When someone, or in this case the law, is on your side, it means that they support or agree with you. For example, if you're playing a board game with a friend and they help you win, you might say, "Thanks for being on my side." Or, if you're having an argument with someone and a third person agrees with your point of view, you might say, "I'm glad you're on my side."
Seriously, you brought Raj over to take your side?
Your dad's on your side.
Oh no! What are you blathering about?
The soup!
You can use the word blathering to describe someone who talks too much, often in a way that is annoying or not very interesting.
What are you blathering about?
Customers are asking, what is new?
What should I tell them? What? You are either very lucky or very unlucky.
Let's look at the grammar here. Either or is a conjunction used to present a choice between 2 options. It is often used in a sentence to connect 2 nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. For example, either you can come to the party or you can stay at home. The opposite of either or would be neither nor, which basically means not either of 2 options. For example, she neither smiled nor said hello when she saw me. Be careful. I've noticed many learners will say or this or that or nor this nor that. However, this is not correct in English.
You will make the soup again, and this time I'll be paying attention.
To pay attention means to focus your mental effort on something or someone in order to observe, listen, or learn. In this case, Chef Skinner means that he will be watching Linguini to see how he prepares the soup.
So you're going to use 2 pans instead of 1. See? Now pay attention, because this part's tricky.
They think you might be a cook, but you know what I think, Linguini?
Now, despite Chef Skinner's French accent, he still uses some connected speech like a native speaker. When a word ending in a T sound is followed by a word ending with a Y sound, they often morph into a ch sound. So, but you becomes but you. But you know? Let's listen again.
But you know what I think, Linguini? But you know what I think, Linguini? I think you are a sneaky, overreaching little... Rat!
Chef Skinner gives us some great examples in these clips of how not to sound polite when you speak English. If you describe someone as sneaky, you believe that person is behaving in a way that can't be trusted, and that they don't want to be seen by others. For example, Tom is so sneaky, he always tries to find a way to cheat on tests without getting caught.
I need your help, but in order to help me, I need you to be sneaky.
We can say that someone is overreaching if they are trying to achieve or do more than is reasonable or achievable, usually to gain more power, control, or success than they are entitled to or capable of. For example, the athlete's overreaching desire to win the championship led him to burning out.
This year for Valentine's Day, we're going to have a nice quiet dinner at Ibiza. Last year, we We overreached a little.
I think you are a sneaky, overreaching little rat!
As you might know, rats don't usually like to be seen. They often move around and find food without people knowing it. So if you describe someone as a rat, you mean that that person is behaving in a dishonest or sneaky way, and is perhaps even trying to harm others for their own benefit. In the scene, it's quite funny because Remy is literally a rat.
You are a lonely woman who can make a halfway decent brownie. And we all have our little secrets, Claire, right? You double-crossing, hand-holding, sneaky little rat.
Get the rat! Shut him
Linguini,
down!
get something for Tamina! Getting away!
If you trap something, you catch it using an object or a strategy, preventing it from escaping. In this scene, Linguini traps Remy in a glass jar.
And when you have a second later, I want to show you why we don't just trap spiders under coffee mugs and leave them there.
Do you know what would happen to us if anyone knew we had a rat in our kitchen? They'd close us down.
If a business, in this case a restaurant, closes down, it means that it is forced to stop operating, often permanently.
We're hungry, Bobby. Open up.
I can't, Teddy. Tommy closed us down. If I serve you, I could go to jail.
Our reputation is hanging by a thread as it is.
Reputation means how a person or place is viewed by others, usually based on their actions, behavior, and character. So, we say that someone or something has a good or bad reputation. For example, the politician has had a bad reputation ever since he was caught lying to the public. Or, the restaurant has a good reputation for serving the best pizza in town.
You have a reputation for a much more refined approach.
My reputation? I have a reputation?
I Googled you.
If something is literally hanging by a thread, it means that there is very little keeping it attached to the whole. For example, he was holding onto the rope, but it was hanging by a thread. Now, when describing a situation, hanging by a thread implies that it is unstable and that there's only a slim chance of saving something. For example, the athlete's Olympic dreams were hanging by a thread after she suffered a serious injury.
You hanging on? I'm hanging on by a thread.
So, if someone's reputation is hanging by a thread, it means that they are at risk of losing the respect, trust, or admiration of others. An expression that sounds quite similar is to hang in there. This expression is typically used to encourage someone to persevere or to keep going despite difficulties or challenges. It's a way of telling someone to hold on, stay strong, and keep trying. Check out this fun example from Friends.
I'm Ted, and I just moved here a month ago, and New York really scares me.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, you hang in there, Teddy.
You know, quite often traditional methods can seem boring, uninspiring, demotivating, and they just make you want to give up. But hang in there. We have a course that's really going to help you to turn things around. It's called the Fluent with Friends course, and this has got to be the most fun, natural, and convenient way for you to take your English to the next level. In this course, you will master connected speech so you can understand us natives no matter how fast we speak. We will teach you the vocabulary that natives actually use every day so that you'll be able to understand better and even speak more confidently. And finally, you also get to learn about the cultural context so you can laugh along with every single joke. And why Friends? It's a bit of an old series, right? Well, the reason we chose it is because various academic studies have shown that it is the best TV series out there to learn English. So what are you waiting for? You can try it for free right now with our 3-part masterclass. Sign up for that by clicking up here or down in the description below.
Take it away from here. Far away. Kill it. Dispose of it. Go!
If you dispose of something, you get rid of it, usually by throwing it away or selling it. In this case, Chef Skinner wants Linguini to get rid of Remy by killing and throwing him away. For example, a person might decide to dispose of old clothes by donating them to a charity or throwing them away in the trash.
Anything left?
Only the sour quince logs, sir.
Ugh, dispose of it.
Now Linguini saves Remy and the two of them realize that they could help each other. Remy loves cooking, but since he's a rat, he isn't able to work as a chef. Well, Chef Skinner expects Linguini to recreate the soup, but he has no cooking skills. Let's watch this short scene.
That was close. Are you okay up there? How did you do that? That's strangely involuntary.
One look and I knew. We had the same crazy idea.
Remy then controls Linguini by tugging his hair and teaching him to cook. Before long, they become the perfect team.
That should do it. Congratulations. You were able to repeat your accidental success. But you will need to know more than soup if you are to survive in my kitchen, boy. Colette will be responsible for teaching you how we do things here.
That was close.
That was close is an idiomatic expression that we often use to express relief after we avoid a potentially dangerous or risky situation. For example, if someone almost gets hit by a car while crossing the street, they might say, "That was close," to express relief that they were not injured. Here's a funny example from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Look out! Come on!
That was close. There's pain in your hair.
Are you okay up there?
Here, Linguini asks the question,
Are you okay up there?
but as you can see, he omits the auxiliary verb are. You may have noticed that it's common for native speakers to omit auxiliary verbs in questions, especially in casual conversations. Let's take a look at an example from Finding Nemo.
Hey, what you doing?
It's gone.
How did you do that?
Here we have another nice example of connected speech. You probably noticed that the d sound and the y sound combine to make a j sound. So what we hear is, how did you do that?
How did you do that? How did you do that? Whoa! That's strangely involuntary.
When we say something is involuntary, we mean that it happens automatically without us choosing or deciding to do it. For example, our heartbeat is involuntary. We don't have to think about making it happen. It just happens on its own.
The other day you sneezed into a napkin.
That's different.
How?
A sneeze is involuntary.
Congratulations. You were able to repeat your accidental success.
Accidental success means achieving something good or positive without planning or intending to do so. It's like if you were trying to do one thing, but ended up doing something else really well by mistake. For example, although she had never intended to be a chef, her famous dessert recipe was an accidental success that brought her fame and fortune.
But you will need to know more than soup if you are to survive in my kitchen, boy.
If you refer to an adult male or female as boy or girl, it can be insulting because it suggests that they are childish or inferior, and therefore less deserving of respect and dignity. As the words boy or girl are not generally disrespectful, it also depends on if it is used in a superior tone.
Colette will be responsible for teaching you how we do things here.
Being responsible for something means that you are in charge of making sure it gets done or taken care of.
What are they? Well, so far I have my bridesmaids' dresses won't get picked up, my veil gets lost, or I don't have my something blue.
Hey, those are all the things that I'm responsible for.
For example, if you're responsible for taking care of a pet, it means that it's your job to feed it, give it water, play with it, and make sure it stays healthy. Or if you're responsible for cleaning your room, it means that it's your job to make sure your room is neat and tidy. Alright, now comes the fun part. You get to test everything you learned today by watching again without subtitles. So, are you ready to see how well you'll do? Let's roll it.
The soap! Where is the soap? Out of my way! Move it, garbage boy! You are cooking! How dare you cook in my kitchen? Where do you get the gall?
Which of these is similar to, where do you get the gall? How dare you? How come? How do you do?
Even attempt something so monumentally idiotic. I should have you drawn and quartered. I'll do it. I think the law is on my side. Larousse, go and quarter this man. After you put him in the duck press to squeeze the fat out of his head. What are you blathering about?
What does blathering mean? To be a coward? To show weakness? To talk a lot?
The soup!
You are either very lucky or very unlucky. You will make the soup again, and this time I'll be paying attention. Very close attention. They think you might be a cook, but you know what I think, Linguini? I think you are a sneaky, overreaching little... Run!
Get the rat! Shut
Linguini, get something to eat.
Getting away! Get it! What should I do now?
Kill it!
Now?
No! Not in the kitchen. Are you mad? Do you know what would happen to us if anyone knew we had a rat in our kitchen? They'd close us down. Our reputation is hanging by a thread as it is. Take it away from here. Far away. Kill it. Dispose of it. Go!
That was close.
Are you okay up there?
How did you do that? Whoa! That's strangely involuntary.
Which of these actions is usually involuntary? Coughing, sneezing, dancing.
One look and I knew we had the same crazy idea.
That should do it. Congratulations. You were able to repeat your accidental success. But you will need to know more than soup if you are to survive in my kitchen, boy. Colette will be responsible for teaching you how we do things here.
Yeah, thanks so much again for joining me in today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like to let YouTube know that you want more videos like this. And if you love Ratatuile as much as I did, then you might want to check out our other lesson with it. Don't just take my word for it, it has millions of views. So let's check out a clip from that.